hello, Ellie. I'm looking at my old photo album of my family when I was a boy on the Lower East Side. It sure brings back memories. Here, would you like to have a look?
Oh, of course, Zaidy. Thank you. Wow, these pictures really look old. Zaidy, what's this small building with a broken front step?
Oh, that's the place where the Himmelsteins davened, Ellie. It was a little place on Broom Street called Anshe Kartoffel.
Anshe what?
That's Anshe Kartoffel, Ellie. Papa would take us there every Shabbos and a lot of the weekdays too. We thought of it as our second home.
Did the shul have stained glass windows, Zaidy?
Sure, it had stains on the glass in the windows and on the tables and chairs too.
I'm a little shul on the Lower East Side. My walls are not very wide, but I fit every yid in the neighborhood who comes to daven inside. Sidurim are stacked where the walls are cracked and the pipes drip into a pail. The tables creak and the benches squeak while you're sitting on a nail. Oh, my sign is tipped and my steps are chipped as you walk up to the door. And a nice old yid gave the Ner Tom in 1874. When it's cold outside on the old east side, they come from far and near. In a snow or storm, all the prayers are warm in my friendly atmosphere. Every Shabbos there's a Kiddush in shul with cake mit a glazele schnapps. A shtickel of herring for the older folks while the kids get lollipops. I've been here so long, but I'm going strong inside my little room. It's a familiar spot, a Migdosh Me'at near Hester Street and Broom. When it's cold outside on the old east side, they come from far and near. In a snow or storm, all the prayers are warm in my friendly atmosphere.
Zaidy, was Anshe Kartoffel as famous as those other shuls?
Well, after what happened when my cousin Lemel had his bar mitzvah there, it became so famous it was written up in all the newspapers.
It was? But Zaidy, what could have possibly happened at your cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah?
Oh, cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah was truly an amazing event. Yes, I can still remember Mama inviting all the neighbors in the tenement apartments next door to us.
Did she mail them invitations, Zaidy?
Mailed them invitations? With stamps costing 2 cents apiece? She invited them the good old East Side way, through the kitchen window.
Through the kitchen window?
Of course, Ellie. That's how all the news traveled on the Lower East Side, from one kitchen window to the next.
Mrs. Pitkin! Yoo-hoo! Mrs. Pitkin! Are you home? Oh, you're not home, Mrs. Pitkin.
I'm not home, Mrs. Himmelstein.
You can't fool me, Mrs. Pitkin. I can see the lights on in your kitchen, so I know you're home.
What's all that funny noise I keep hearing coming out of your apartment?
Oi, that's my nephew Lemel practicing the lanin for his bar mitzvah with Hyman. You know it's only 4 weeks from this Shabbos zum Guten, and now he's really got to work at it every night.
Aye, a canara! He's got a voice, canoi, like a bird.
Lemel's parents asked me to invite all my neighbors to the bar mitzvah, so I hope you'll come, Mrs. Pitkin. It's at the little shul where Hyman davens, Anshe Kartoffel on Broom Street.
Isn't that the place without the radiator?
No, they have a radiator. It just doesn't give any steam. And by the way, my brother-in-law, Lemel's Uncle Isidore from the Bronx, is gonna be the chazan for Musaf. He's also here practicing.
Really? Oh, he's got a golden voice. And I hear the way he does chazoris ha-schnapps.
But Zaidy, why didn't your cousin Lemel and Uncle Isidore practice at home?
Oh, where they lived in their houses, it was too crowded and noisy. So they came to our place where it was nice and quiet.
Ja, maar, we hebben misschien wat is Lemel, ben alles maar
Who's there?
It's me, at the super front of the building, Mr. Garamucci.
Oh, come in, Mr. Galamucci. Come in. Can I help you?
Hey, look, Miss Hamilton, you know I work very hard to take care of this building every day. You know about it,
Oh,
don't
of
you?
course, Mr. Galamucci, of course.
And then at night, my wife, she make for me some supper. She make some pasta. But when I sit down to eat my pasta, this kid in your apartment, he start to sing so loud. My papa, it's a pasta. My papa, it's a pasta. My papa, it's a pasta. I can't eat my pasta. He makes so much noise. I can't sit down to eat. Miss Hamilton, what should I do? What am I?
I'm so sorry, Mr. Galamucci.
And there he goes again. My papa, it's a pasta. My papa, it's a pasta. I can't eat my supper, Miss Hamilton.
Please, Lemela, a little lower. Habrachmanis.
Yeah, and then this summer guy in your apartment. I don't know who this is, but he sings so loud. Yamo, yamo. Every night he sings yamo, yamo. I can't eat my supper, Miss Hamilton. Because of this yamo. I don't know what this means,
Please,
yamo.
Mr. Galamucci, I'm so sorry. It's my brother-in-law, Isidore. Isidore.
Yamo.
Isidore. Isidore.
And there he goes again, he's singing yamo, yamo. I can't eat my supper, Miss because it's yamo.
Mr. Galamucci.
Oh, then this kid he started to sing again. My papa, it's a pasta. My papa, it's a... I can't. My wife, she asked me, Alfonso, why you don't eat your supper? Because
a little
this singing.
please.
But Zaidy, what was the great event that happened on Lemel's bar mitzvah that you started telling me about?
Oh, yes, I was just getting to that part. As a matter of fact, it was on that Shabbos morning, exactly 4 weeks before Lemel's bar mitzvah, that all the trouble began.
Trouble? What trouble, Zaidy?
Well, davening was almost over, and all we could think about was the nice hot cholent waiting for us at home. Suddenly the door burst open and in walked an official-looking man holding a fancy paper. Behind him are his two very big construction workers, shaped like Oigmelech Aboshen's baby brother. They walked right over to Papa and Mr. Genukshine, the Gabbai and Shabbos of the shul.
How are you? My name is Mr. Osborne. I'm an official for the housing department of the city of New York, and I'm proud to announce
Hey, wait a
that...
second. Inmitten der Davon, inmitten der Reden, you come in and make a gerede. What is this? You calling this a der Herrich? Sag mir, you ruf this horn a der Herrich, you calling this? What was it? Sag mir,
How are you? My name is Mr. Osborne. I'm an official for the housing department of the city of New York. And I'm here to...
Excuse me, sir. I'm Hyman Himmelstein, one of the members of the synagogue. Can you explain to me what this is all about? What's going on? Could you tell me about it, maybe?
How are you? My name is Mr. Osborne. I'm an official for the housing department of the city of New York.
I don't care where you was born. You can't come in the shul inmitten der Davon and make a gerede. What's it? You come in here.
Please, let him, Mr. Genukshine, let him finish. He may have something very important to tell us. Could you maybe continue what you were saying, sir?
How are you? My name is Mr. Osborne. I'm an official for the housing department
sir,
of the city of New York.
We know that about you already. Could you maybe get to that point and tell us why you came?
Hold it. I'll tell you what's happening. Oh, 1 second. The city is tearing down all the buildings on this block, including this one, to make room for a new housing complex. The city sent you 5 notices of eviction, which you didn't answer. In exactly 4 weeks from today, we're gonna demolish this building and whatever's in it. So you better remove all your valuables before then. If you want to keep them.
Mr. Genukshine, What happened to those 5 notices of eviction that the city sent?
Oh, you mean those fancy schmancy letters that said notice of a vacation? I threw them in the garbage. Why do I need a vacation? Zoek mich, I need a vacation. Zoek mich.
No, not a vacation. Eviction! In 4 weeks they're throwing down the shul. Then what are we gonna do now?
Oh, Zaidy! How could it happen? How could they think of tearing down a shul? You must have been miserable that Shabbos.
I guess you could say we were all in a state of shock.
Hyman, children, do you realize what's supposed to be happening at Anshe Kartoffel in 4 weeks?
Cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah.
But Zaidy, couldn't anyone think of something to save Anshe Kartoffel? Couldn't you do anything?
Well, for a whole week, the Anshe Kartoffel, Chevre, Mishnayos, and Freelon Society met every night. But things just seemed to get worse.
I say that we should take the Sefer Torah, the Near Talmud, the Sedorim, and find a different place to daven. There's no way you could save Anshe Kartoffel. You just can't find City Hall.
Yeah, he's right.
No, there's no way.
There's no way you could do it. They're gonna take the building down anyway.
No, my friends. Anshe Kartoffel is where our grandparents davened. After going through Ellis Island, the first place they came to was right over here.
Our grandparents came to this land, a land they did not understand. They made their new start with hope in their heart and all that they owned in their hand. Our grandparents came across the sea, hoping that now they'd be free. With prayers on their lips, they came in great ships, fulfilling their destiny. Our grandparents came to this place, not sure of the life they would face. So few and alone, they found a new home, which they would now have to embrace.
Papa, look over there. I see it. I see land. I see lights. It's the harbor of New York. I can see the buildings.
Ah, and look over there. It is the famous Statue of Liberty.
Oh, look, Papa. It's so big. I can't believe it.
Ah, my son, yes. America is a big country.
Our grandparents struggled and fought to keep the traditions they brought, determined to cling to every last thing that they had been carefully taught. Our grandparents came to this land, to this land.
Zaidy, it sounds like things were getting as bad as could be.
Well, it sure seemed like it, Ellie. Especially the next evening as we came near the shul for Ma'ariv, Manny and I saw an unbelievable sight.
Hey, mister, who gave you permission to nail that sign on the front door of our shul?
The city of New York, that's who. It says here that the residents of these here premises have less than 3 weeks to be out of here. Then these walls will be crushed to rubble.
But you can't do that. You just can't, Mr. Person of New York. My cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah is in 3 weeks. He'll be so disappointed if there's no Anshe Kartoffel.
If you got any complaints, to speak to the mayor.
To the mayor?
Yeah, you know, Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia. He's in charge of the city, not me. Go complain to him in City Hall.
Mayor Figalelli La Garden Hose? Hey, that's a great idea. He paid a nickel for me on the trolley so I could get to Yeshiva on time. I know who'll want to help me. Heshi, why don't you invite the mayor to Cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah? I'm sure he'll want to come. Right, Manny, and as soon as I tell him what they're doing to Anshe Kartoffel, boy, will he stop them.
He will?
happened, Zaidy? Did things get any better?
Oh, the next day after davening, Mr. Genugschein came bursting in the door. They're coming! They're coming! The man with the bullsoders! The man with the bullsoders are coming!
Bullsoder? What's a bullsoder, Mr. Genugschein?
What's a bullsoder? That's a big thing they use to make matzo meal out of a building. That's a bullsoder.
Oh, you mean a bulldozer?
No, that's what I said. A bullsoder. It's coming this way. To the smash to the shul. Quick, everyone, get out. Quick, take all the things and go.
Hey, look! There's two big bulldozers parking in front of the shul.
Excuse me, sir. But why are you parking these vehicles in front of our place of worship?
These bulldozers are being left here until the demolition of this area begins in about 2 weeks.
I don't get it.
Boy, are you gonna be embarrassed when my friend the mayor shows up here.
Angie, please, don't mix in.
Mayor? What mayor?
Mayor Figalelli La Garden Hose. We invited him to my cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah in just 2 weeks.
Hey, Tommy! Did you hear that? The kid says he invited the mayor to his cousin Lee Miles' bar mitzvah. And he's gonna make us get rid of these bulldozers. The bulldozers.
Angie, Manny, why did you have to tell him that Narishkeit about the mayor? It only made him more upset.
It wasn't Narishkeit, Papa. I know the mayor's gonna want to help us. He helped me once on the trolley with a nickel.
Angie, Manny, mayors don't go to bar mitzvahs.
Sending a bar mitzvah invitation to the mayor of New York does seem a little narish.
Maybe, Ellie, but the Rebbeinu Shalom has a way of turning narish ideas into sensible solutions, because no one knew at that moment what was doing at the office of Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia in City Hall.
Will you just take a look at this headline in today's paper? It says LaGuardia may not get the Jewish vote. Could lose election for a second term. I'm losing the whole Jewish vote and maybe the mayoral election. And none of my brilliant advisors can think of what to do about it. How about some ideas to get the Jewish vote back into my corner? After all, I am the mayor. I'm the one that makes the city run. Do I run it well? Oh yes, you said it. All the city workers get their jobs done. Then I come along and take the credit. Yes, I'm the one that makes the city run. I check the trolleys and the subway station.
Oh, he's the one that makes the city run.
That's when he's not taking a vacation.
Fiorella, what the fella? I have attained such fame.
Figalelli, they can't pronounce his name.
I am the mayor of the tallest tower, standing on the tallest skyscraper. I help each New Yorker that's within my power, if it gets my picture in the paper. Yes, I'm the famous person of New York, the one they all look up to and admire.
Yes, he's the famous mayor of New York. The people just can't wait till he'll retire.
Mr. Mayor, we all look up to you. He's the mayor, although he's 5'2". Mr. Mayor, we all look up to you. He's the mayor, although he's 5'2". But Mr. Mayor, the Jews want to know what you've done for them.
We need a story of human interest.
Did you ever help a Jewish kid get a job? Or get to school? Yeah, did you ever help a Jewish kid get to school on time?
Of course not. Hey, hold it! Hold it! That's it! That's it! I got it! Finchley, I got it!
Well, I hope it's not catching, Mr. Mayor, because I don't want to get it.
Finchley, am I glad I thought of this? Just a few months ago, I was making my unexpected inspections of the trolleys on the Lower East Side. As I was getting on, I noticed that a Jewish yeshiva boy had forgotten his nickel at home and was about to be thrown off the trolley.
And what did you do, Mr. Mayor?
What did I do? What do you think I did, Finchley?
You let the boy get thrown off the trolley and saved the city a nickel.
Of course not. I took out a nickel and paid for the boy. And he got to his yeshiva on time. What a story! What a headline! I can just see it now. Mayor of New York helps Jewish child go to yeshiva. Wait till the Jewish voters read about that. Finchley! I want you to get hold of every one of my assistants immediately. Order them to search up and down the city and ask every yeshiva kid they meet if the mayor paid a nickel for his fare on a trolley. And as soon as he says yes, grab him and schlep him to City Hall.
Excuse me, little boy. Are you going to a yeshiva?
I'm going to the circus.
Hey, son, you don't suppose that you're taking this trolley to a yeshiva, do you?
Me no go, yeshiva. Me go to London.
Well, have any of you had any luck finding that kid with my nickel?
Not a hint, not a clue, not a sign, not a trace. We looked and looked and looked and looked in every cranny and every nook, in every river and every brook. He wasn't there.
We emptied every garbage pail. We opened every box of mail. Unlocked the bars of city jail. He wasn't there.
We searched Manhattan from wall to wall, from Chinatown until City Hall. We started out walking, but we're down to a crawl. He wasn't there.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. I'm here to read you today's mail. Here's one from a gentleman in Washington Heights.
Dear Mr. Mayor, the city came to fill a pothole in my street. Instead, they dug a manhole in front of my door. Would you kindly come and pull me out? It's getting cold down here. With deepest thanks, Mr. Unterveld.
Enough already, Berkeley. I have no time for this child's play.
Oh, speaking of child's play, wait till you hear the next one. I think you'll find this one quite amusing. To Mayor Figalelli La Garden Hose.
How have you been since I last saw you? I hope good. My cousin Lemel is having his bar mitzvah on December 2nd at the Anshe Kartoffel Shul on Broom Street, and I'd like to invite you to come.
Berkeley, really, I have no patience for bar mitzvahs.
Wait, this is the best part. Just listen.
There's just one problem. Anshe Kartoffel is being torn down on the Shabbos of cousin Lemel's bar mitzvah by the city's house host Heisen department. That's terrible. A shul is a holy place, and Anshe Kartoffel has got more holes than all the others. They even park bulldozers in front of the building. If they tear it down, cousin Lemel will have no place to have his bar mitzvah. I know you'll want to help save our shul, just like you helped me with a nickel to get on the trolley to yeshiva a few months ago. When you come to the bar mitzvah, please don't feel shy, because I'll introduce you to everyone. Just ask for me, Hashi. They all know me at Anshe Kartoffel. Very truly yours, your friend, Hashi Himmelstein.
Is His Honor gonna answer any of them?
No, Berkeley, just take them and throw them out.
Whatever you say, Mr. Mayor.
Now, as I was saying, how can it be that no one has turned up that Jewish kid that I gave the nickel to on the trolley? It's incomprehensible. It's inconceivable. It's... Hey, 1 minute. Hold it. Berkeley, what was that you just read to me? The one with the kid? The kid with the babushka? The kid with the babushka! Where is that letter from the kid with the babushka?
Oh, you mean the one from the boy with the bar mitzvah? It's in the wastebasket.
That's the kid the whole city's looking for! Get that letter out of the trash this second!
Your Honor, right away, sir, right away.
Well, what are you all standing there for? Help him find it!
Yes, Mr. Mayor. This second, right now, I'm helping. Is this it? Is this it, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, I think this is it.
Is this?
I'll find the letter. Let me get to it. Here, move out of my way. I want to look inside that trash can. Here it is. I think this is it.
Oh, no, I think this is the one. It's right here.
No, it's right here.
I'm trying over here. No.
That's my tie. Let go of that.
Here, is this? Wait, no, put that down.
No, this is here it is.
Wait.
Oh, Zaidy, what's next? I'm just holding my breath.
Well, Ellie, that very next Shabbos, all the members of Anshe Kartoffel and their families, and many other people from the Lower East Side, came to shul to join my cousin Lemel in his bar mitzvah. Unfortunately, the workmen of the city's building department were there too.
Please clear the area. In 10 minutes, the bulldozers are going in.
Oh, no, you can't.
I will lay down.
How could it possible? Please, sir, could you give us a little more time? There's a bar mitzvah being celebrated here today.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I suggest you take your religious articles out of the synagogue, because in exactly 7½ minutes, I have orders to destroy, wreck, crush, devastate, smash, crunch, uproot, obliterate, annihilate, eradicate, eliminate, and in general, flatten all the buildings on this block, including Anshe Kabedel.
Oh, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
It's impossible to do this. I'm afraid that only a Nes Min HaShamayim can save Anshe Kartoffel now.
Don't worry, Papa. The mayor should be here any second. I'm sure he got the invitation.
Please, Manny, now is not the time for Bubba Mices. I told you, mayors don't go to bar mitzvahs. We've only got 3 more minutes to...
Look, Papa, look! There's a shiny, fancy car pulling up over there. That must be the mayor. That's surely him.
Hyman, do you think? Is it possible? Could it be?
Zelda, please, I told you 100 times, mayors don't go to bar mitzvahs.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't park that car here. It's a demolition area.
You're not gonna believe who I've got sitting in the back seat of this car.
I don't care if you've got the mayor of this city in the back seat. Get this tin can on wheels out of here.
Well, as a matter of fact, he does have the mayor of New York sitting in the back seat.
Mr. Mayor? What are you doing here?
Hey, look, it's him, the mayor of New York, Fiorello LaGuardia.
I knew he would make it. I just knew it. I just knew he was gonna come.
I came for the bar mitzvah of Lemuel Himmelstein. It's being celebrated right here at Anshe Kadadl Synagogue. Any objections?
No, sir. Of course not, sir. Except
Except what?
Except you see, sir, this area has been scheduled for demolition this morning, sir. That includes this synagogue. The bulldozers are just about to tear it down.
Oh, they are they? Well, they'll have to do it with me inside, because I plan to be at Lemuel's bar mitzvah in Anshe Capoodle. You've got exactly 3 minutes to get those bulldozers out of here, or I'll have you prosecuted for trying to destroy a city landmark.
Of course, Mr. His Honor. Right away. Tom! Turn those bulldozers around and drive them away. The job has been canceled.
What?
You heard me. Get them out of here.
You mean that's
Get
it?
them away. You
What
heard
do you
me.
mean the
Let's
job?
go.
I don't understand.
Out of here. The job has been canceled.
Thanks, Mayor Garden Hose. That's the second time you showed up just in time to help me.
It's you, the boy I paid a nickel for. I want you, Heshy, to come with your family tomorrow to City Hall to take photographs with me and Mrs. LaGuardia. And you'll have your picture and the picture of this here ancient building on the front page of every newspaper in town. And for as long as I'm mayor, not a single brick on this building will ever be touched. And that's a campaign promise.
No, Mr. Meyer. You're going to come inside for the bar mitzvah? Or are you going to stand here in the street and make a gerede, huh?
With an invitation like that, how can I refuse? Heshy, can you find me a seat?
I sure can, Mayor Garden Hose. Right next to Uncle Isidore.
Boy, Hyman, what an unforgettable bar mitzvah celebration this has turned out to be. By the way, Hyman, whatever happened to the expression that I sometimes hear people say, mayors never come to bar mitzvahs?
Zelda, I don't know where you hear all these foolish expressions from, but some of them really don't make any sense. Why shouldn't a mayor come to a bar mitzvah? After all, he was invited. Come, Zelda, I think they already started davening. Let's hurry up.
Oh, Zaidy, did you actually get your picture into the papers?
We most certainly did. The next day, every paper in the city carried a picture of the Himmelsteins. Manny made such a face that he almost scared off 2 photographers. And the story of how the mayor saved Anshe Kartoffel from being wrecked. Take a look. I've still got some old clippings in my album of the story.
These really look very old, Zaidy. But did Mayor LaGuardia win the election?
Did he win it? He won by a landslide. He did to his opponent what the wreckers wanted to do to Anshe Kartoffel. He made matzo meal out of him.
Oh, Zaidy, it sounds like growing up on the Lower East Side was such a great adventure. Nothing like that ever happens anymore. By the way, Zaidy, did they ever find out who the workman was that gave you the idea to write to the mayor, or whatever happened to him?
Ellie, we never saw or heard from him again. The adults thought it was just our imagination.
Was it?
Maybe. But you know, Ellie, when kids believe that the Rebbeinu Shalom is gonna help them, their imagination does funny things that even an adult cannot understand. Do you know what I mean, Ellie?
I imagine so, Zaidy. I imagine so.